Today we're starting the proof of concept at Commando Neck on Hartbeespoort Dam. After the last 3 years of many problems with hyacinths, we've reached the point that the hyacinth level at this dam at the moment is below 3%. But with that, it brings the same problem that we've got with algae, as well as with floating plants, which is creating havoc at the moment. We're planning to do a proof of concept, which the guys have started administering today, with the right treatment, with the right role players, making sure that we can do it. But the importance of the proof of concept is to actually show that things are happening. So we've managed to get Infogro on board to make sure that they do us 24-hour camera surveillance. We've got the guys from Commando Neck supporting, and various other role players that'll come to the party, making sure that we can have a transparent and proper end result. Rhodes University, Professor Julie and their team did the water test for us this morning, which we'll basically announce every week or so going forward over this 3 to 4 week period. From there onwards, we'll then show the proof of concept not only on water quality but on the look and feel of the dam, so that we can plan a long-term strategy that fits in with the Harties Foundation long-term strategy of the treatment and the maintenance of Hartbeespoort Dam.
The difference between this cleanup and the other cleanups as before, we're pulling out all the trash from the river, is that this one is addressing the pollution problem, but the pollution problem from the phosphates and nitrates, which is mostly from your number 1s and number 2s and your soaps and those sorts of things. So we are going to be cleaning up the water body, but we are not physically pulling out the trash only. We're going to be actually treating the water body, which will impact the whole environment, from the fish life, the plant life, the biodiversity, and effectively reduce that high nutrient content, which will stop feeding the alien invasive species and green algae. So now we're going to take this bio block, slow release gel bio block, and this block contains the bio lake and the FSR. Again, there's no chemicals within here, so this is all good for the environment to stop feeding it. So we're going to be suspending this within the center of this water body here, and we'll walk around and tie it to the two sides here so that this can sit, and as the water is flowing past it, it's actually going to be releasing some of these bacteria which are eating the phosphates and nitrates and reducing that food source. So the bio block is in the position that we're looking for. So now we're going to be dropping this into the water, suspending this rope tightly over the surface so that the water can move past it. As you can see, the ripples on the water body. As the water is moving around here, it's releasing these bacteria, and that would help to stop feeding the water with all of our number 1s and number 2s. So now we're going to be taking some of this bio lake. It's actually not a lot of product that we're using, and we're going to be using these little caps to just dispense this into the water. So I'm just going to cut a small hole for us to use, and this bag is actually biodegradable, and normally you could actually just put this bag straight into the water body, and then it'll dissolve and the product will be released. But for the purposes of what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be cutting a hole and pouring it out. There we go. And we're going to do the same for the FSR. And these are natural harmless strains of bacteria, and what this will do is stop feeding the environment with our food source, with our number 1s and number 2s. So we're only going to use a third of this packet and dispensing it from the cap.
When treating large bodies of water, we're going to use a dissolvable, biodegradable bag filled with the product like you guys just saw us dosing the small body of water. and it's going to probably be in a kilogram bag. It all depends on the dosage that is required. I just want to show you guys a little bit of a demonstration of this bag. First of all, I just want to show the strength of it, and it's not that easy to break. And you might think this is a bit of magic, but if we put it in water, in about 5-10 minutes you'll see it already starting to dissolve. A common question is what happens with the bag after it dissolves. Is there anything left in the water? We've got the lab results. There's no chemical residue, no heavy metals, anything like that. The only thing that's left behind is biodegradable or natural products in the water.
Harties Foundation is currently planning a long-term strategy on Hartbeespoort Dam, where with various role players, including Department of Environmental Affairs and Department of Water and Sanitation, we're looking at how do we maintain and remediate Hartbeespoort Dam over the next 5, 10, 20 years. And this basically contains the strategy that says hyacinth removal and hyacinth containment, because certainly the hyacinth is coming back with the speed, looking at algae control, looking at litter trap management and floating wetlands. All of these will be put into a holistic strategy and maintained and basically implemented by the private sector, corporate social investment budgets and concerned citizens.